Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Intel Challenge. I am Hugo. Joining me for the first time today is Risk. How are you doing?
This is not the first time today.
Oh, with me, yeah.
Oh, with you? Yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah, come on.
I've been here multiple times.
I've casted with you. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's Harry. So we're going to be jumping into the winners bracket match. A very interesting match that we have indeed. It's LDLC versus CLG. Obviously, both teams defeating their opponents 16-6, as we just saw. Thoughts on those matches, first and foremost?
I was very disappointed in the goals from Silhouette in that last game we saw against Team LDLC. It just didn't look very, very promising. I think Expert had some promise, but they just fell short in a couple of rounds and were a bit unlucky. I think there's, like, if I can already now try and predict the next game, which is going to be Expert versus Silhouette, I think the Expert will take that one. But now we do have the winners game, and this one is really exciting, to be honest, because LDLC did not look challenged at all in the last game, but in this one they're surely going to meet their challenge here. CLG Red is, in my opinion, favorites.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with that one. Wouldn't you say, though, you're more so disappointed with the fact that Expert didn't do anything while being considered a good team, whereas Silhouette kind of came into this event as like, you know, nothing to prove, nothing to gain. So, it was, you know, if they did badly, it was, okay, cool, they've never really played an international LAN or had, you know, long enough to have the team chemistry that Expert have had. You know, Expert are one of the longest standing female rosters,
that would
at least a three-player core.
That would be a correct argument.
That's what an analyst would say. You know? It's not fair.
Mind games.
But let's have a look at the team sheet, see who we have up on the games today. Obviously, CLG being the North American Canadians, and then LDLC, obviously the French players. So, at least you said it yourself, just straight off the bat, you just want to bash LDLC out of there. You said you think CLG are going to win.
I don't think they're going to win. But I think they're going to win, but I don't think they're going to bash them. I think it'll be like 16-10, 16-11, something like that. Because LDLC are not bad of any sort, and they have a couple of really strong players. And we saw that in the last game. I like really some of the individual stuff coming out. Lalita and Sarisen as well really did very well in that last game. So now we're going to see how they're going to take it against an opponent that is considerably better than the team they just played against, both individually and as a team. So this is going to be really interesting and a true test of their strength, because if they could do well against CLG Red, then they're looking like a true contender for the semi-finals of this event.
Definitely. And talking of CLG Red, let's have a look at the team sheets for them as well. See who we've got on our roster. Obviously, some would say the most famous female roster in terms of actually marketability and you know, well-known players. Miss Harvey, obviously, part of the leader of the team. We've got Benita, Dai, and Milk, the stand-in for the event, obviously, as she is, you know, just recently started playing with them, or at least as a stand-in. B-Max being the last stand-in for the last event. So CLG, a team prone to bringing in players last minute for events. So probably not the best thing to do going into the biggest LAN of the year, or at least what we can only expect, $30,000. So
$30,000.
I mean, the fact that CLG has done so well already, I think it's got to be impressive with a stand-in, right?
Yeah, for sure. And even with a stand-in, they're still like in my top 3 favorites for this event. Of course, they'll be like a tad better with the original five-woman core lineup, but I think they still have a big chance here of at least getting to the semi-finals, getting to the playoffs, which of course they will if they win this game.
Yeah, I feel like it's surely impossible for them to not get to the semis, even if they lose to LDLC here, which I feel like is unlikely. They're up against what we can expect to be Expert, right?
Yeah.
And if it's Silhouette, then it's another free win, and they've already beaten Expert. But that being said, I say they've already beaten Expert. Let's go back and look at Group A, where we saw Vexed destroy a certain team who cannot be named. I've literally forgotten. Help me out here. Oh God, Vexed beat Risk, Dignitas, and then Dignitas beat them. Thank you. That's what an analyst would say. There we go. I was setting you up. It's okay.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
No, okay.
It must be the language.
So predictions are hard enough anyway going into this one, but I'm going to have to agree with you on CLG Red taking this one. Definitely more experienced team. They've had better LAN placings. I feel like coming into this event, it was difficult looking at them and going, oh, I think they're definitely going to do well. I said myself that they're either a team that are going to flop out in groups or are going to make it to the finals. There's no in-between for these guys, and I still think that stands true, but we've got the vetoes.
We've got the graphics, and we do see LDLC backing out Mirage, and then CLG banning out Train to start with. Actually, in general, I'm kind of surprised to see CLG banning out Train, because they are like a really structured team. I really like them, make good decision-making, and Train is a great map for that. Then we do see Inferno and Cash going out. Inferno's one of these maps that they don't really play, and then Overpass, and I'll probably see Nuke here as the last band, because that's one of the maps these teams don't really play at all. So that means we'll end up with Cobblestone, which will be the final map here for this best of one. And it's going to be an interesting map. I think this is the map that plays to the strengths of both teams, to be honest.
Yeah, and I'm fairly confident CLG would have just watched that game off against seeing who they were going to be playing up against in the winners match. So obviously the secondary ban on Inferno, they just saw kind of, at least from my perspective, while LDLC kind of had a free win right up against Silhouette, I still think they displayed some good TT side, some good setups. Weird buys on the T side, but I mean the CT side generally they had some nice setups, nice rotations, nice retakes, and they were just kind of really put together on the map, as a whole. And if CLG haven't at least been putting the time into Inferno, as it only was recently added, I feel like that could come back to haunt them. So it's nice to see at least them proactively banning. As we have seen some weird bans today. I'm sure some overpass bans that shouldn't have happened. So either way, it's nice to be back on our home grounds of Cobble. We've had 3 of those today.
Yeah, Cobblestone is a nice map. It's almost like it's a major because everyone wants those drops, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Dragonlaw's coming in.
Yeah, of course.
Exclamation mark drop in chat.
Exclamation mark drop in the chat, and I will personally not guarantee a Dragonlaw.
There we go.
So yeah, we are literally minutes away from going into the game. We'll have the 9th round to decide what side these 2 teams start on anytime soon, and then we'll be pretty much ready to jump into the game. And it's been a long day, but a good day of CS in my opinion.
Yeah, and obviously after this match, we will have the losers matches, or obviously the decider and elimination match. That's going to be quite scary, seeing who of Silhouette and Expert is going to be removed from the event. I think we can probably safely say Silhouette, but the way that Expert played over Mirage earlier, who knows? We could see an upset there. I hope we see some underdog wins. As much as I was a big supporter of Expert coming into this event, I was really kind of shaken by their performance on Mirage, and now I'm looking at them and going, well, there is always an underdog.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Expert. You feel like what they want to do is the correct thing, but they can't execute it. It's kind of like they have the idea in their mind of how they want to play the game, and then when it comes to executing that strategy, it just falls short.
Yeah.
That's at least my analysis of how they played. So I'm really curious to see if they're just going to completely fall apart against Silhouette, because now they're just like the mental game is like they're in the elimination game. They go out if they lose. So that's a big question. That's for the next one though.
Or overconfidence.
Overconfidence. Either way.
We've seen many teams fall to that, but just a minute now. I mean, again, not really a huge amount to talk about. I'm not sure. Have we got confirmation on the coach of CLG? Obviously, Silence coaching, but I'm not sure if he's at the event.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay, that's the thing. It's kind of hard. I've not heard anything. XP3 was coaching or is coaching Dignitas, obviously.
Yeah.
But CLG, I'm not sure if their coach is actually here, which is going to be interesting. Either way, I mean, we have standard Valve coaching rules, so it won't really affect the calling anyway.
Oh,
they won't be able to call
they can't call for the team, but yeah, they can give like good feedback, and I think that will be a huge. Like, we'll see that tomorrow, especially when we have cameras on the stage and the production value is really going to like hit the big leagues tomorrow. So we're going to see the coaches as well and see how they communicate to the team in those breaks that they have, and that's something I'm really looking forward to, because that's one of the rules or one of the like aspects of the game that I enjoy so much, like how you make your coach like be a part of that game and be a part of that strategy.
Yeah, and especially when you're hyping up the team. We have a lot of coaches, for example, some of the NA teams, maybe, I can't think of any examples off the top of my head now, but, a lot of teams have coaches not so much for the, or coaches, people behind them, not so much for the analytical side, especially with the Valve coaching rules, more for the kind of morale, the hyping up, well done, everyone's cheering after they win a round, that kind of thing. I mean, we saw that a lot with Stunner behind Cloud9, at least, I think it was Pro League Season 4 or whatever it was.
Like back in the day when he was doing that.
Exactly.
And then you have the complete opposite, like Starrix for Na'Vi, which is like completely analytical and used to run the team. Yeah,
people like that. But again, obviously for those wondering as well, today is only the group stages, so we are obviously in a closed studio, just us, just our lovely faces and this nice backdrop.
It's a nice colour of blue.
It is a nice colour of blue. But tomorrow we are going to be on the stage here in the Expo. Obviously IEM Katowice, the main event with all the top teams in the world, is just next to us in the Spodek Arena. We're here in the Expo, so if any of you are around, be sure to say hi. We're going to be on the big stage. We're going to have the analyst desk, which Ritz is... I just butchered your name, called you Ritz, that's a cracker. Risk is going to be featuring on for the whole day, obviously followed by our hosts Dan Gaskin and Matt Andrews as well for the stage host, so that'll be very fun. But we're jumping into the 9th round here, so as you said, to the sides, very important here. And I mean, an equal map.
Yeah, an equal map. Are we going to do the Rap Guard 9th round?
No, absolutely not.
Please?
You can do it.
Okay, we're coming into the 9th round. We do see CLG red on that T side. They're going to go into middle and see what they can do with their knives. Going to pull the stuff up and see what they can get. I'm not set a kiss.
You can't do it when nothing's happening as well, because they're sitting there, they're waiting. That was so in unison. But yeah, obviously, I mean, at the end of the day, an equal map. I think a lot of it does come down to preference.
Yeah.
Typically, you see most teams pick CT on just every map. I think this is really the main exception map for picking for picking T over CT.
Yeah.
99% of maps you'll pick CT. Even on Dust 2, where statistically it is kind of T-sided, you'll see most teams pick CT. So we are going to see LDLC pick that one up. Interested to see where they go with on that as well. They're actually taking time to make the decision. So.
Yeah, they're talking about this for sure. Like, also because you can kind of also like mind game your opponent by choosing the T side here.
Yeah.
Because then you say, we have so much confidence in our T side.
We saw how well that went for Vex, picking their T side.
That is true. So it seems like they're going to stay on the CT side. And we're going to get the game live any second now, guys.
Here we go.
The teams are ready, and we are ready. And hopefully all of you guys at home are ready as well for some awesome female Counter-Strike coming in on DE Cobblestone. And yeah, Team LDLC versus CLG Red. France versus NA.
Wrap it up. Final predictions and map scores for this series.
16-11 CLG Red.
Okay.
Die to top frag.
Die to top frag?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because she's awesome.
Okay.
That's
cool.
top level analysis.
You're a big fanboy. Big
fanboy. Big fanboy.
Okay, I'm gonna agree. I don't really like picking round scores because it's dependent on complete luck, but I'll go 16-10.
16-10.
Yeah, there we go. I will. I'm confident.
Very confident.
Hear the players screaming though. They're obviously readying up. I think that was probably one of the screams. Just ready up, hurry up. We want to get in the pistol round. But I mean, it's interesting to see how Milk, the addition of Milk is going to impact the roster at least. Of course, that's obviously a temporary thing, not a permanent thing. So it's nice to see that they've actually had some performances with her and actually done very well. Yeah. Whereas you see a lot of teams kind of struggle with that. Addition. I think Cobble is a map as well that putting at least on the CT side, putting in a player that doesn't quite know the setups into your strategies on the CT side can really come back to haunt you. On the T side, it's a lot of stuff is very basic and you can kind of just do it off the bat. Milk, just go here, do that, and there you go, you have it in 10 seconds. But on the CT side, it's very dependent on if you want to have setups and if you want to, go for those anti-flash plays or those bait and switch plays that we see so often on this map. It can be kind of hard to incorporate stand into the team. So I'm not sure how long that she's been playing with them in terms of brushing over stuff.
I actually, from the way that we saw Mirage, their retakes seemed so on point, and she was actually one of the first women to go into the bomb side and kind of clear it out. So it seems like she's actually playing really well into that role that she has, which of course a temporary one. So I actually think also frag-wise she was doing very well when we saw her and the rest of the team on Mirage. So I think it's going to be okay, to be honest. Of course, that is the one thing that you want to usually 9 out of 10 times that's what you want to focus on, because that is the difference. But we do see the pistol round coming in here. And CT setup is 2 smokes and 2 flashbangs. On the T side, we have 2 flashbangs and 1 smoke on Harvey. Of course, going to be calling the shots and throwing the nades in this one. And of course, 4 Glocks with full armor. And I could probably foresee a B play here, as we usually see in the pistol round. Die is going to go straight up aggressive. Lalita to receive.
Yeah, gonna be crossing over towards the stairs here, looking for that opening pick. Knows Die's close, flash goes over, perfect timing the dink as well. Lolita has to back off there, but she's actually gonna go for more. The headshot angle will favor her up against Glocks, but the smoke is gonna be planted here and Die. She can't afford to lose her life just yet. She needs to wait for her teammate to back her up. It's a complete fake though, and no one's bought it. LDLC still have a double play on the A site. In fact, they're rotating. They're early on this one. CLG hadn't fully committed, and now, as they walk up towards the A site, they walk into a death trap. Alex on the site gonna get 1 Milk trade. Still pressure over towards B as Die, sorry, she's not done yet. Still, look at the HP of LDLC. They're so tagged up. This could be such a key round. If CLG Red play their cards right, they may have this one in the bag.
Yeah, let's see Milk holding a nice position. This is what we really love about just playing post-plant on the site, just holding that position, getting a free kill pretty much all the time. Potter getting that one, and they're screaming now. They're getting hyped up. 1-0 for CLG, picking up that pistol round. Very important. 2 frags for Die, 2 frags for Milk, and that's exactly how they want it.
Yeah, definitely. Great stuff for them. Obviously, the early damage helped them out. That fake, though, that was really, really dangerous. It almost looked like LDLC were going to get the better of them, considering they still had that stack towards the A side.
I actually really like that, because usually in pistol rounds, you just see split B play with flashes and smokes, and then a quick push. Connector. And they throw all those nades, and they get Die out on aggressive, so they call that she's out on aggressive on long. But yeah, it was a fake in the end, and Alex trying with the deagle.
Oh, there we go. What's happening? 2 kills.
Deagle.
LDLC gonna instantly find a couple of picks. CLG will react, and I like this as well. Fast into the B side. They have so much utility here on this buy. The issue is the rifle, the 1 rifle, has been grabbed by Seri. She has armor to support it, but it's nasty over on the site. Goes down. Klar does trade, and 1-for-1 is not good for CLG in this position. They need to keep the player advantage, as they're now diminished to 2 people left. There we go. Nice quick kill. Alex gets dropped. Double play over towards the door, but it's going to be Milk to fall down. All onto Harvey, and nothing will be found. LDLC, great stuff there. I like at least what they did in getting the first 2 picks, and CLG instantly reacting and going towards B. But I feel like they should have been focusing on getting that bomb down ASAP as soon as they took sight over towards B.
I understand what they're doing. Which is, of course, going in pairs and going to get a couple of frags before getting the bomb down. But I agree with you in that sentiment that they should just like get that bomb down because they want to secure some economy for the next coming rounds. This is going to be probably a long game since, like, we both predicted like double scores for both teams. So, but yeah, they go for the play that can win them the round, which is also a ballsy call and shows a lot of self-confidence. But in this time, it doesn't really pay out. Standard Smoke's coming down now for the B play. It will be a B eco, and their goal is to get the bomb down here.
Yeah, P90 though, against unarmored players, very dangerous, but she doesn't have head armor herself. Doesn't matter. She gets 2. Eventually the trade comes through. That's why you buy head armor, kids. As you can see, the trade's going to be very favorable to LDLC right now, as CLG do eventually get that bomb down. They gifted away, but Nasty was so low, she couldn't have really contested that one as Clark comes in from the back, Mach 10 in hand. It's just going to be a cleanup. Nothing more found from the CLG, and the only kill onto the player without head armor. So I don't understand this. Today we've seen a lot of weird buys in terms of no head armor P90s. We saw that last game.
Yeah.
Not sure if you saw, and it came back to haunt them. Obviously,
yeah.
LDLC, the same team doing that as well. So really weird to see that. I feel like you should probably get head armor, especially when you're up against a Glock round.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like a no-brainer. But luckily for CLG...
physically.
I didn't actually, that was not unintentional. But CLG Red, they do get the bomb down, and that's exactly what they wanted from that round. That means that they can now buy AKs and full utility. One player save it, picking up their UMP-45, which is fine because, you know, the CT side are not going to upgrade fully. They actually only have 2 rifles, 2 real rifles. They don't have a FAMAS as well.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, that doesn't count. We all know the better. But yeah, here we go.
Nice aggression. Benita going to catch out though. We'll see one trade from Surrey, but she drops straight away to Potters, and now favourable for CLG as they fast storm into this A site. Klar, I like the rotation, but the issue is a Mach 10. She has to set up close and personal. She actually makes it towards the back of the site, but they spot her. That's not going to be good enough here, and now 2 SMGs and a FAMAS. This is a horrible retake scenario, and it's not even a retake for Klar, because she's dead before the bomb goes down. 2 remain now for LDLC and CLG. I mean, they've even got a flank player on. She will go down eventually. But right now, I think chuck a rifle over to Nasty and get in there quickly, or you got to save. You do have a kit to work with, LDLC, but the issue is CLG. I mean, the way that I'm looking at it right now, they are taking their time to get back in. They will just be committing with the MP9 as well, getting the checking the close angle. It's going to be Benita. That's a quick kill, and that's actually really beneficial now because CLG, they're losing out on players. One more on the site. Potter gets dropped. Lolita gets it, and now it's all on to Die. UMP, not the most long-range gun, but she's going to get some damage off. Flash going out as well. Re-peeks in with it. There's some more. One more needed. They get off the bomb, though, Lolita. The time is ticking away, but Die, she doesn't have time to reload. The Molotov forces her into the open. The Glock spam. What's happening? So much ammo, but no, not connecting. And Lolita, she doesn't have time. It's CLG to pick up the round, 2-2.
What a round!
Messy.
What a round! Well,
Analyze
call
that.
me Lionel because that was messy.
Whew. What was happening there?
That was, yeah, that was a weird round. 2-2 is going to be the scoreline. Once again, we do see CLG Red, of course, on the back of these bomb plants, that getting a decent buy-in. On the other side, we do see Therese picking up the AWP on the CT side, while her teammates are doing, well, Swag 7 for the drop zone, 1 ump, and then 1 FAMAS, so still a pretty decent buy. So, force buys from both teams. So that means the one to pick this one up will force the other team on an eco or partial eco, so they can start to build some momentum.
Yeah, fair investment. Clark going to be peeking up again. Lack of head armor. Not going to matter so much against these AKs, and Potter's on that booster. At least pick her off, but she won't be exposing herself as of yet. So we just wait. They do have a molly though, that's the thing. They should be able to molly out this position from Clark. I think Milk suspects it with the smoke going down as well. No spam through it, nothing, no flashes, no aggression.
Yeah.
They can only expect Clark to be in this position, right? So they've surely got to molly it before they commit. And the fact that Milk's even holding it just makes it seem obvious.
Also the fact that this is how CLG do things. They do things the right way, the slow way, and the sure way.
Yeah. Oh no, Lolita goes down to Harvey. That's a bad pick. Going to be favourable here to CLG Red, and now a bit of aggression from Klar to react. This is going to try and refrag things up. She goes all the way in. Oh, Potter doesn't check it. Flash out in hand and a free kill. Goes in for more. She team flashes. Oh no, what's happening? These kills going in the way of LDLC, but finally flick back round despite CLG Red actually getting a team kill. It's Alex to put it back into a 2-on-2. Smoke goes out on the site. Harvey's got drop down control. She holds a flank. Alex getting dropped before she enters back in, and now it's all on Seri. She's got to pull out the P250 as it is close range. AWP's only going to work at a long range. And Harvey, oh no, there's a quick kill. Shot. Now she has the AWP in her hand, expecting Mill to push her, and she does. Mill gets it. And CLG Red, they're going to pick up that third round on the board. Nice stuff so far here from the North Americans.
Yeah, really good. And Milk, of course, top of the scoreboard here. When you're starting this top of the scoreboard and you're not like sacrificing positions like SK where they like put Fallen off the AWP and play like Fox instead. If you're not sacrificing stuff and your standing is playing on the top of the scoreboard, that's perfect. That's a perfect scenario. Like, it's exactly what they want. 3-2, as I said in the round before, the team who won that was going to force the other team on an eco. Right now, we do see Team LDLC on an almost full eco. We only have a C-set 75 on Nasty. That's the only thing they can bring to the table to like do something with. The rest are just pistols. And unless they get some kind of like sick angle or the terrorists just walk like across them or like, yeah, just in front of them, there's just nothing. Milk going to pick up one. Second girl to take the duel's going to go down as well. And yeah, I think this book is already closing.
Yeah, with no real investment apart from that CZ that you said. And Nasty's not even in position to do something. Dai is probably going to late split through this position. She has a UMP. She's in no pressure to push. I mean, they have control of the site. They pretty much have this round in the bag. The only thing Dai needs to do is just make sure that no one comes in from the flank, right? So she's holding that. You can see they're going to start to push up. Here's 2 free kills. There's one. Alex going to push in as well. There we go. Clean round for CLG. Not losing a player. Barely losing any health. And a 4-0.
Clean and easy.
Oh, 4-0? 4-2. What am I saying?
4-2. Numbers are hard, man.
They are.
Caster math.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4-2 for CLG Red, the favorites in the lead here. But I have to say, like, Team LDLC, they've been doing okay so far. It's not like the game we had between LDLC and Silhouette, where it's just like a cakewalk, pretty much a whitewash. So LDLC are doing fine. They do have this buy now. Alex going for the FAMAS instead of the UMP. I would probably have switched it around, so one of the players with the M4 could have some more nades, and then one of the players would have been on an UMP, but that's just my opinion. And on the other side, we do have CLG Red die on the UMP as well, but Potter, AWP, full setup on her.
Yeah. And look at this aggression. Alex has started to push up here. A reactive play. We've got Seri just holding on the truck over towards the middle as well, but already a bit of a pre-rotation. I think they seem to be expecting something here. They've seen no signs so far from CLG Red, no pressure towards either avenues of the map. So actually going for this triple A stack, while it is a real gamble, it seems to be paying off, although the issue is, look at the bomb. It's going to start to rotate as soon as they bring in the third player to anchor the back of the site, and now Seri pushing close into middle. This is good, so they can play the bait and switch here. They can just have that player spotting in towards the door, and then Seri doing the damage, but actually another rotation, this time back towards B. So correct calls so far from LDLC. They've got 3 on the site in mention, but Benita can still catch these rotations, either aggressively or push up towards ramp and take down another player. But
only 2 smokes left on the CTs, though.
That is an issue.
And yeah, they only have 1 smoke on that B bomb site. So that's a big problem.
It's going to be so obvious. And Molotov's going in, and so many nades. Potter going to catch out the first one, but look at the spray down so far. Favourable to LDLC. Harvey and Potter are going to be the last 2 standing. Harvey gets 1 more, but 20 seconds left. They need to get this bomb down. Nasty's so close over in the smoke as well. And Potter, she needs to connect this AWP shot ASAP. She needs to equalise things up, but Flash goes over. Harvey's waiting. They're going to be peeking together here, clearing out the angles bit by bit. Nice damage there. Alex is so low, and the AWP will pick up the kill as well. Nasty's still pushing in for some aggression. She'll land her shot, but it's still Potter with a clutchable situation. You can't expose herself too much, but oh no, Nasty, bit too over-aggressive. They're going to jump up as the AWP goes off, but Potter's still quick on the trigger, and now it's a one-on-one. She doesn't know where the second player is, but Seri's rounded, and she's going to be able to find that headshot. LDLC, they've got themselves a 3rd round on the board.
That was really nice play and really cold and logic and calculated from Series there. Just walking straight up. She could have done so many different plays. She also had a flash and a smoke. So she could have flashed and then smoked the bomb and walked off as well. But she just goes straight for the ballsy play, which is kind of ironic since she's a female. But she goes for it, gets a frag and gets around. Really well played. LDLC now getting back on the scoreboard. We do have almost a full buy here for them. Well, all of them. Actually, Nasty is not going for utility. I hope it's because...
maybe she dropped those?
Yeah, might be the case, yeah.
Right. Otherwise...
get the first.
Yeah. Still, missed AWP shot, so good investment. It's going to be the pistol coming out. And that's the thing we saw from Seri a lot in Overpass, and Foundry, sorry. While she did hit a lot of great shots, she also missed a lot of really easy ones. So they are coming back to haunt the team. CLG, on the other hand, going to have a full control over the site, and they've actually got the complete round pretty much in their favour. It's all on Nasty towards middle. Her teammate will fall over towards that balcony.
Save that up.
Yeah, get
Save
away
that
with
up,
it.
girl.
And now that's a reset as well.
Yeah, that's about like the best part about it for CLG is that LDLC are going to be on pistols now. Well, an AWP and a bunch of pistols. So yeah, the question is, what do they do now? Do they go for an aggressive, like AWP peek on Matrix on short A, and then stack the rest B? And if she calls something from Matrix, then they rotate 1 or 2 back. That could be the play. Let's wait and see. Of course, they're hunting for her right now. 16 HP. So, oh, it's so close.
Oh, no.
She goes down. Benita gets the frag, and that means no ops. That means they're almost like pretty much fully. They actually might have to double eco here because Cerise is on 1400.
Yeah, not good money at all. Double eco looking likely, right? Because you get the 1900 next round. That's not enough to buy unless you have everyone on 2K. And even if you do, that's
body
shit,
armor,
yeah,
they're going to do double eco now.
Yeah, so no real money here for LDLC. I mean, they're going to force it, so I don't even blame that, to be honest. They can
that's fine.
Because
I just wanted them to do it earlier so everyone was on the same page, because now some of the girls will have $1,000 and some of them would have 0.
I think those are the ones saving at least who had less money. I think the players around 2K bought up, and then the other players who had lower just saved so they could get utility and they could be focused on that. You can always throw the UMPs over to the people that don't have as much money and give maybe the AWP and the M4 over to both Lolita and Cerise.
Yeah, and for the people wondering why we're talking about this, is because, well, pretty much LDLC just walks into the B-bomb site, gets 1 kill, and the rest of the players on LDLC, like, they have to retake now with pistols against fully bought up terrorists, so it's probably going to be pretty hard, and the round's going to be over in a second. Porter hunting for a frag here, but actually playing it quite smart. She's just playing the time and taking as much time as possible, just forcing the player from LDLC to go back, and then forcing the correct duel. Actually, now she's out of bounds pretty much.
Yeah, there's no need to push here though. While you do want the money for the $600 kill reward, it's not exactly a huge focus. It's not worth losing your life over it just to a deagle. And there we go. She actually goes down to Alex. I mean, it doesn't matter in the long run, right? But it's just a bit pointless in that kind of position. Just hold onto your gun. Even though it's not great, these players forced up. They're going to be eco next round anyway. They can't invest into this one. There we go. You can see the money on Suri and Lolita is a little bit higher because obviously they did save, and so we're going to see surely an AWP next round on one of the players at least some extra money. So while CLG will be able to mow them down this round, next round, quite the different story.
Yeah, definitely. But the problem is also now the economy of CLG already is getting pretty good. Like, everyone is full barred up in this round, and we actually also have Benita picking up one of the CT weapons as well, just to add a little extra shame to that. And it's going to be 6-3, and they're going to win this one as well, so 7-3 is most likely before LDLC can buy up. If they lose that one as well, this is looking rather one-sided.
Yeah, pretty dominant T-side already. Again, I'm not going to, shake my head at a 9-6 half, because this is the kind of the sidedness of Cobblestone. But that being said, I'd like to think LDLC could get a few more on the CT side, considering they picked it as well. So either way, let's see how these pistols do fare up against the rifle and the AWP of Potter as she pushes her way up towards the plateau. We've got a full army of soldiers here from CLG. Only slight pressure on to drop down. That's Die over there, and the rest of them going to be focused over towards long. Flash goes out. There's still one close, but again, only a P2K. Not exactly the best weapon for the job. Close range does actually get one. Sorry, that's Seri to get a kill, but it's one of only 2. As another rotation comes in, the last player standing, it's going to be Nasty. And CLG, once again, going to be taking another round away from LDLC unless we see something absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I hate to be Buzz Killington here, but she's not going to clutch this. Sorry.
I think the best position for this is either keep these players down with a bomb or hold for exits. The thing is,
get one exit.
Yeah, if she exposes herself here and shoots, they're going to exit over towards long. Say, I hope. I mean, in theory, right? And hold on to their guns. But if she doesn't, then they might push out through middle. But it's not going to matter. Die just changed his weapon. She's so confident that Benita gets that kill. It's going to be the round going to CLG. So as you predicted, 7-3. Very bold prediction there. And
thank you.
LDLC can buy. So I think they have an AWP, yeah? There we go. Cerise on that. So this is a chance for them to get back into this, surely.
Yeah, 3 CT players with head armor. Kind of questionable, especially when they're lacking utility, like smokes as well on the CT side. But then again, you can make the argument that Benita has an M4A4. It's a really bad argument, but you can't make it.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 5. That's maths. There we go. I can do some maths on stream, not most.
So here we go. Cerise. Let's see if she can make it happen. Are they going to go for the boost? They've gone for this boost a lot.
Oh, nice flick. That's the AWP down as well. Sari opens things up, and instantly CLG, they're going to start to back off. They know what's happening. They know LDLC have got a lot of money. They've seen the double eco. They've seen it in action. Now they've got to be very, very scared about this one. So now losing out on a very key player here. That's the issue. If you don't throw a deep plateau smoke out there, you shouldn't be going for that boost. It is so risky, but a nice, reaction at least that we saw from Sari. They know that they've been using that boost, so she thought, okay, let's get on top of that box. Let's try and spot for anyone. The deep plateau smoke does go out. Actually, I think it's a CT smoke from Lolita. She waits for this push from CLG as these players start to make their way closer. Milk's going to be there. Here, Flash getting primed, and they will be going over. Here's a full smoke commitment. Lolita, they still don't know where she is. They don't check it. Milk goes down, sorry, to Lolita, but the Molotovs are forcing her out. She's still blind. 2 flashes are going to completely yield her useless as Dai gets an entry and Harvey follows up, but still the CTs have the player advantage, especially with Klar doing things like that. The bomb is dropped in the open. 30 seconds. Benita's got the flank. Maybe a free kill here, but no, the AWP is going to deny it. It's LDLC to pick up a round. Finally, off the back of a triple losing streak. But look at the scoreboard. Are we going to see a pattern?
Yeah, that might be the case. If it continues like this, CLG Red are just going to be just fine. But I really like the opening from Zari. She noticed already that they have done this boost like 3 or 4 times so far when they push up B long, and that's just the optimal position to go for if you have the CT ult, because you can just hold that angle and wait for them to do the boost, and then you 9 out of 10 times you're going to win that duel unless you like are against JW Kenny S. And oh, there we go, nice wasting that nade. But yeah, still. Terry side have a bunch of utility. They can still do their execute. Right now, once again, they're setting up towards this B bomb site. So one would expect a B split here after these Molotovs are thrown out. And there we go. D picking up the first one. That's Nasty going down. And that means they can now do the split, or they can rotate all the way back to A, because they know that the CTs have to rotate now. So there's at max 2 on that A bomb site. And if they're lucky, there's going to be 1 on only. So this is a great choice. CLG Red, all the cards in their hand right now. They just got to decide what they want to do.
And still so many smokes as well, so it's not exactly pressure on time to push before their current smokes dissipate. Nope. They can just do it off the back of any kind of aggression, and Potter going to get a kill there, so that will instantly probe them back towards his B side.
They'll even boost back.
Oh.
So they might actually go for the full rotate now.
Yeah, actually, I'm not surprised at this B push, right? Get 2 picks. I know you're going to see a double rotation, in fact, but no matter where you go, you're going to see a couple of players anyway.
I like them waiting like this, because that like plants the seed of doubt in LDLC. And you see that moving now as one of the players rotate back to A. They were all stacked on B, and because of that wait, they now like have the rotate, have the situation. Harvey picks up 1, and now it's perfect, because now it's all on Alex, and she's not going to go and try and 1v5. That was really perfectly played, and a great read coming out of, I guess, Harvey and CLG Red there.
Yeah, that was actually a really good play. You're very much right, because as soon as they waited a few more seconds, we saw the rotations come, and then they got caught while moving, making footsteps, caught out, while expecting maybe CLG to be pushing their way back into the A site, because the issue is they had no A control during that time. They just had Alex in connector, so that was all their A control. So she went out towards the spot towards middle, and that moved her away from the B site, which allowed them to attack and take down everyone else. So actually a really good reaction from CLG. I like it when teams take their time. That being said, there are times where you should just kind of work off a pick and go really fast in, but that was not one of them, and they are going to benefit. And again, the pattern, a reset.
The reset is coming in, and that means Sari is going to be on $1,400. That means if they're going to buy an extra round, she's going to be on an ump, and even limited utilities, she might go for like a flash and a smoke instead of like the full setup. And that's going to be a big problem, because CLG, like, they need all their guns, all their utility to take rounds away from CLG, and they're just constantly getting like robbed of that opportunity because of the way that CLG just brings it back every single time that LDLC gets around. They get going, you're back to square one.
Yeah. Right now, the way that I'm looking at this, I'm just thinking CLG Secret Final. That they are. I thought LDLC were performing very well, at least in the previous map, but they are just getting stepped on right now. The score may not show it, but this is a 10-4 essentially, because this is a double eco. Unless LDLC force up preemptively, this is a 10-4. Yeah,
and the problem is I would not like them to force up, because they need, as I said before, they need every single strat, every single tool, every single utility to take this game, or take this matchup against CLG. So, look for that from Lolita. That's perfect, and that could actually change the round on its head, because Nasty is in a perfect angle right now. Double kill!
That's massive. Gets a lot of damage as well. Switches to the AK, but no, the aim punch going to come in. Potter trades, and a 4v2 in play. CLG now got the weaker hand of this deck. They are going to be stuck with only 20 seconds left. Another kill comes away of Lolita as Harvey gets dropped, and Potter, she's got an absolutely huge task on her hand. She could split into the B site. This is insane. If she realizes this, she can actually fully commit to the bomb plant. She's going to just run away, but oh no, she goes back for the fight. That will run out of time. The team will come and join her. That could have been perfect though. I mean, why would she know that the B site was empty? But she could have gone for that. I mean, I like it though. The aggression comes in. Yeah. Lolita gets a pick, full rotation back towards A.
Yeah,
nice
that's
stuff.
actually really good. Great play with the CZ 75. That's pretty much the only angle in that position. Like in mid, you can hold with the CZ 75, get something out of it. She gets 2 kills out of it. Like that's the perfect scenario for.
But no one
for
checked
her
it. That's the
no
thing.
one checked it. Yeah, that's and you see that happen all the time. Like even pro play, even like Astralis players, VP players, Na'Vi players will like forget to check an angle. It doesn't happen as often. But it happens. It happens to everyone.
And it's one of those rounds, an anti-eco. You know you're on an anti-eco.
Yeah,
you should be reacting. But the thing is, they lost that player and they kind of went into panic mode, went, rush A! And yeah, that's what caught them off guard. So unfortunate for CLG Red, but at least we see LDLC now back in this one. Going to be able to reset the economy back down with the North Americans. And while that's not going to affect them in the long term, if LDLC pick up this buy, we're going to be seeing a forcing up CLG for the final round of the half. So that's something that we could potentially see a 7 to 8 half, which would be a very, very balanced one considering, you know, the matchup that we have on our hands.
Yeah, definitely. So right now they're going to once again go for the fake B play, and then they're going to push all the way into A really quickly. So we have the minimap on your top left. Let's see how they're going to pull the rotation. If they get the kill down in middle right now on Alex, I think that's off camera. Here's Alex. If they get that kill, oh, well, technically Seri hasn't rotated. So they're calling this play out. That's really nice.
They could split connector with Alex pushed down so far as well. Seri's not really holding the drop. Oh no, she actually is over from the balcony. I thought she was watching the A side. That's a perfect setup from LDLC. They take it. Milk does trade things back though, and now we see a 3-on-3. And despite Alex being here in middle, they know exactly where she is. And Potter is going to hear the footsteps. Free kill for her. It's a 2-on-3. It's the bomb down, and right after, against all odds, CLG are going to pull it back, but it's not over yet. Nasty drops Milk on the site, and now. Well, the AWP is still in play.
Potter's so good with that AWP.
I don't see this one happening right now. The crossfire looks too good. Nasty, I think she's realised she might have to save this one, but the thing is, a 1v2, it's so doable. You only need 2 quick kills. A fake flash, just not going to work out. And CLG, they're going to pick up that 9th round. The thing is, right, I just want to pick up on something really, really quick. I don't want to cut you off, but we've seen twice now, CLG put these Molotovs down in the drop down, okay? And Klar, instead of taking that headshot angle, she jumps up on top of the window and tries to peek upper. When she has, you know, obviously her legs exposed and she can't see the head of the players. So she can't even get an accurate shot off, but she also is more exposed than she would be if she was playing a headshot angle. It's a really weird thing. She's done it twice now. I thought maybe it was a mistake, but she's done it twice.
Yeah, I would just do, like, Modi does that perfectly when he holds drop on Cobblestone, is that he takes 2 steps back and sit, like, in the angle where you can only spot if people come out of the window, and then hold a very defensive angle. And then you can say, okay, I got drop so they can't rotate into, like, A bomb site. You have to hold drop from B and then long from B.
But that's the issue. You have to dedicate a B player to watching drop down from the site, and that's not what that's not what LDLC have been doing. That's why they want Klar in drop. It's a hard one though, right?
It's a hard choice. Like, it's a choice you have to make as a team. But once again, like, Potter is so consistent right now with these AWP shots. And on the back of her team performing well, like really good as well, then there's just no stopping them. Right now they're going to go for the B play here. It's Klar on the P250 on the bomb side. Lalita with good plays here. Getting 1 frag, getting 2 frags as well. Might even go for a 3rd with the pistol. She does get it eventually taken out.
Yeah, now a 2v2 in play, but Alex actually gets away with a quick UMP kill. Look at that damage to the smoke. She might have heard the tags there, but Potter's on the flank. Quick headshot with the P250, and she's just going to rotate towards A. She knows what's up.
Yeah, that's
she knows LDLC are on the aggressive flank right now.
She's on the ace if she gets this.
And this could be phenomenal. You were just praising her, and now look at what's happening. She's got a free bomb site. She's realised this, but Nasty's obviously clued in as she rotates back in through the middle area. And I don't think Potter will expect Nasty to be on top, and she doesn't. Over towards the door, she's going to make so much noise. And while Nasty only has a CZ, she has the element of surprise and an angle that Potter will not be expecting. Look at this. Potter's going to be expecting a long time before she rotates, but peeking out here, baiting out some shots. AWP in hand. Oh no! Nasty gets it. Potter changing weapon. That's why you don't QQ, boys and girls.
I was about to say, she has so much utility. She can, like, pop flash out and everything. Like, she can smoke herself off if that's what she wants. But changing the weapon is the one thing that she's not supposed to do in that situation. That loses the round. Nasty clutching it. Not to take anything away from Nasty, because that was really well played. She heard that knife being pulled out, goes straight for the peak.
It doesn't make noise when you pull the knife out.
Really?
No, it doesn't. The only noises the only cues you hear are physical ones, like pulling the pin of a grenade or reloading. You don't hear the knife being pulled out. You learn something new every day.
Yeah. I'm not aware.
I'm 99% sure.
I have to whine a lot less then.
Yeah, but no, I mean, that's just a cue. That's just her reaction, because she knows she's there, because she knows she's going to play a close angle, so she should peek fast, right? And the fact that Potter was obviously spotting towards the door made it clear that she didn't know that she would be rotating in through middle, because why would you, right? You would expectedly push into the B plat and then rotate through connector, not back. So, yeah, I mean, it was really well played from Potter up until that last point, but the thing is, I can't really blame her, because why would she know that Nasty would be in mid, right? It seems like mind games over mind games.
Yeah, it seems like in her mind's eye, she was expecting it, because she was kind of like jiggle peeking. But then she switched to the knife, and then I was like, okay, she's not expecting it, and then she got wrecked.
Yeah, no, that's actually a good point, the jiggle peeks. But I don't know if that was towards a close angle, towards the door.
It could be in anything.
Yeah, but either way, nice performance from both teams. I think a 9-6, as I said, I'm not going to turn my nose down at it. I think it's fair, despite CLG being on that T side and LDLC picking their CT side on this map. I still think that's a fair match, and I think considering they could get the pistol, we could be seeing a 9-9.
Yeah, let's see what the French ladies are going to do in this one, if they're going to be inspired by many French legends, especially not really French, but speaking French. Existence, of course, one of the legendary in-game leaders. Cobblestone is his playground and tactics and what he does there.
Yeah, it's very deep in terms of what you can do. There's so many, especially on the T side. I mean, with the controller drop being so difficult to hold as a CT, it's so easy to exploit, get a pick down and drop gives you the position of basically doing two things, right? Or three things, right? If you want to look into a deeper, it lets you split in towards B through plateau, very basic, split into A through connector, or it just lets you get a worm in connector. And if you can worm your way into connector and just not split a site and just commit to being a nuisance, teams can't rotate between sites. So you can hit wherever the hell you want, because you just hold connector, someone pushes through B to A or A to B, they're dead, right? And there's nowhere else to rotate. It's so key. It's like having, I don't know, CT control on Mirage, even though that's so uncommon as a terrorist, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I get it.
If you boost up into window and push yourself into CT, that's the equivalent of taking connector and drop.
But yeah, CLG Red, 9-6. And now we're going to switch over and do the T side. Or the CT side.
Yeah. Correct.
That's where we go. It's been a long day.
It's a 50-50.
50-50. But yeah.
But at least in terms of predictions, are you sticking by your call?
Are
you still saying LDLC are going to pull back and get a few rounds? But
yeah, they're going to get 5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Yeah,
well,
exactly. So they're going to end up on 11, as I said.
Okay, so exactly. Yeah. What if they get 4 rounds? And I'm right.
Oh, then I don't know. I will owe you my firstborn kid then, or something like that.
I'm fine, thanks. Dave's like 6 now, Risk. I don't want him, okay? Keep him. Keep him.
Check, please.
No. So much child support money.
So we'll be ready to go any second now, guys. With this second half of, I don't know if this is
winners match.
Yeah, but this is like our
8th,
7th? 8th game of the day. 7th or 8th?
No, 7th.
Yeah.
8th. I can find out for you.
Oh, thank you. I think it's the 8th, to be honest. But yeah, being ready to go into game very soon here, as soon as the players are ready, because that's, of course, what you need. You want the players to be 100% ready before going into that second half. Maybe there's a mouse that needs to be replugged or something like that, and we'll be jumping into the game as soon as possible.
This is our 8th game.
8th game.
Because we have the 9th is a losers match, and the 10th is a decider match.
Oh, there we go.
So if expectations go correctly, the next match is going to be Silhouette versus Expert. Well, that's a fact. That's not an assumption. That's Silhouette versus Expert, which I think will be a really interesting game. I feel like with the way that Expert are at least playing against CLG, Silhouette has a chance to kind of exploit something and maybe get some rounds on the board and maybe bring it to a close game or potentially win. I don't know. And then, assuming our actual assumptions go correct, I imagine it'll be Expert versus LDLC for the decider match. I think it's going to be really close, because I said, at least coming into this event, Expert and LDLC are both huge wildcards in terms of how they could perform and what level they're going to perform. So I'm excited to see who makes it out of this group in a 2-1 fashion.
I agree.
I mean, but that being said, it could be CLG, right? They could have a terrible CT side. You never know. We've already talked about the addition of Milk into the roster. It could be difficult.
So this is interesting. The T side, they've bought 2 smokes. Usually when you want to run a normal T side here on Cobblestone, you do 2 flashes and a smoke on one player, and then armor and Glocks on the rest, and you just throw the grenades down and either do the fake or do the Glock train. They have 2 smokes now. One of them has already gone down, and the bomb is being spotted out in middle.
This is a VP strat here, but it's gone very, very wrong as CLG have pushed so aggressively up towards the top of middle. There will be some trades, and the bomb recaptured here by LDLC, but it's still CLG with the aggression. Look at the push towards B, sneaking up. I think Lolita has a clue. She's clued onto this. Benita not going to expect it. Nice flick shot. Spams away, and she gets 2. Benita, massive performance. She goes wild, and CLG, they're going to get themselves the 10th round on the board. That's the pistol secured, and Benita, what a massive one from her. The old VP setup.
Very aggressive CT players. I love that. That's so cool to see. Like, first of all, pushing up mid, getting that like exposure, getting that like kills in the beginning, and then while the terrorists are focusing on that mid, you just push 2 players in towards B and like shut them down from that angle.
Exactly. The whole point of that is to expect the aggression from the CT side, and then CLG gave them the aggression. They gave them exactly what they wanted, but they actually got the better of the kills. So something we were kind of surprised at there. But
Tech9 train.
Yeah, up towards mid we go. It's not going to be the B plateau player, it's actually the mid player. And Benita, at least we got some rifles on the CT side this time. Nice control there from Die. Going to be able to get herself 2. Benita follows up as well, and this is just a clean round so far from CLG. They've lost a few players HP, but it's not going to come back to haunt them too heavily as Benita spamming away with a pistol. There we go, there's a headshot. And CLG, a full clean anti-eco. That's not something you see every day on CT side Cobble.
Technical difficulties on the Tech9 train. It was stopped at the first station.
Indeed.
But yeah, 11-6 coming out for CLG Red, the favorites here, of course. And now we're going to see the full eco coming out from LDLC. So it's going to be 12-6 unless something miraculous happens. We're going to see an AWP on Cerise. So that's really good from her. She can get that angling, go and get the aggressive peeking maybe. And yeah, it's going to be pretty good. We're going to be lining up for a 12-6 first buy round here in the second half. If Clark could get that bomb down, that would be perfect for them because that would ensure 100% utility on that T side. CLG Red on the other side, of course, just hoping to shut this down without losing the M4 and Benita. Would probably also like to bring the FAMAS of Milk into the next one.
The issue is with no utility, right? They're not going to be able to get the bomb down because they can't get a free passage to the site. The plywood going to help them get close, but this just UMP is mowing them down right now. Nice long-range shot from the one invested pistol, but it will eventually be dropped as STY is just left alone in middle. And there we go. CLG, clean. Only losing 1 player there. And again, now we see a 12-6, a double score for CLG. Your prediction is flying out the window, at least in terms of rounds.
Yeah, that is true. That is
This
true.
is a lot more one-sided.
We do see Cerise with an AWP, no head armor and no utility. And a lot of the players, as I mentioned before, because they don't get the bomb down, they are lacking a bit in their final utility. So they're lacking a nade and a flash on almost each player. And then the AWP player gone absolutely utility, naked into this game. But luckily for her, she picks up the first frag, and that's pretty much what they need for her in this scenario. Is to open a bomb site, to get that first frag, and then rotate around that, and then react into that for the end of this round.
Yeah, and Milk going down as well. Not exactly a good start here for CLG, but LDLC aren't committing with the pick. They're actually sending the players into middle. And I like this, because typically you're going to have a rotation, right? You're going to have a 3-1 setup if you lose a player. It's very common to see a 4-1 setup as well on this map with control towards connector, but this time they actually go for the 2-2. So a bit of a risk play, but it's going to be a reward.
Smoke timing.
Not if Die gets taken down, though. She has to back off. Smoke goes out. She repositions to a closer angle, and this is going to favor her a lot more, but the issue is she has to back off. Lots of nades being used here from the CT side. But in the meantime, the aggression has come in. Oh, no, nasty,
so
wrong
unlucky.
angle. Now Die, talking about angles, she's got 2 to hold, mid and behind. Turns back around, but a 1-for-1 is going to favour the LDLC side as they work their way up towards the site. This is massive. Benita's towards the back, and they aren't going to check it. Oh, no. This could be huge. They need to get the bomb down. At least they had the time to pick it up eventually if she gets this frag. With Clark peeking up, there's a kill for Benita. They know where she is now, but she's still going to get the drop on a second. Sari goes down, and Lolita, yes, she's found her way up towards mid, but she's been spotted.
Yeah, they know exactly where she is, and Benita finishes it. And that's going to be 13-6 now. LDLC are not looking strong whatsoever. They're on 3k, all of them. So that means they can't buy up fully. They're either going to go for like a buy, or then they're going to go for the Tech9 train and buy in the next one. And I think it's going to be Tech9 and try to get that bomb down. And that's the only thing I really see for them. But the problem is, if they don't win this one, that means CLG are going to be in 14 rounds. And, well, I don't want to be in your shoes if you're 6-14 on cobblestone and you're on the T side.
Not at all. The thing is, I'm not sure what LDLC can even do at this point, because CLG just seems to be playing really, really well. I was
really stable, really consistent CS from them right now.
I was really concerned at their performance coming into this event, thinking they would be inconsistent, considering the last placement. I mean, they got quarter or semis, I think. Yeah, semis. They got knocked out by Selfless, and now Dignitas. And I mean, with the addition of a stand-in, just makes it so much more difficult. But they're performing so well. Not this round though. Lost out on a player. However, Milk, the stand-in in question, going to get herself one. Nade goes out, and Benita's going to combine with Harvey to just mow down these ecoing players.
Oh, nice shot from Clar though, getting Harvey down. So now it's a 1v2. Still doable with the Tech-9, but she gets removed. Benita's really playing well right now. So 14-6, as we predicted. Now it's going to be LDLC buying up for potentially, well, not the last time in this half, but it's going to be one of these rounds where their back's against the wall. They have to get something out of it. But I like the fact that they're waiting to get the perfect buy before, like, they try something, so they don't just go like 5 umps or 2 Galils and stuff like that. Double up set up on the CT side. Diva and Dai coming in and Potter as well.
Yeah. This is interesting though. Double up, I don't think it's even necessary at this point.
No.
Right? They've been playing fine with a single rifle.
Yeah, exactly. I would not have done that out of them if I was them.
I mean, now they have a single orb though, so it's okay.
So now it's fine,
Yeah, justified. I mean, Potter's down, but we have Milk playing close. Previously playing this position in the last round, they may expect it, but okay, smoke shot, that works. Goes from not being able to pick up a single kill to going for what looks like a flawless round so far. We still have Harvey pushed up, and at this point, CLG don't have a great amount of economy, especially after the double up investment, so I would expect a save here, but she's so far into the site, it may be hard to back off, and she wants to see if she can catch anyone off guard, if these Ts are going to overextend, and they may in a 5v2. Alita goes down, but now her position is exposed. They know exactly where she is. She can't find anyone else. Has to get that reload in, but they're just going to hear that. They know exactly where she is, but I mean, again, she really can't commit. Her teammates are already saving, but she's just doing damage, whittling down the economy. And I like this. If she gets 3 kills here, that means LDLC are not making a profit on this round.
Unlucky timing on that pop flash. Will of course be the bomb exploding here, so LDLC will get back on the scoreboard. That's really good for them to get some confidence, get some economy, get some flow back in their game. Dai saving the AWP and full setup as well, so that's a lot of money brought into the next round. Luckily for the CT side, they have like decent enough money to get a buy into this one as well. But if they lose this round, then they're going to be on a 4 spy. So that's not going to be good for their economy. Still just 2 kits purchased by the CT side. Usually you can go with 2 or 3, so 2 is going to be fine.
Yeah, and especially with the limited money that they have. Actually, I say that they have a few K left in the bank, actually. So, I mean, Harvey could have even gone for a rifle, could have got dropped. But either way, not going to matter. One of the double ups work out. Dai picking down towards the long angle, actually. So, that's A. Oh, no, that close position almost caught Clar off guard. She sprayed through, but that was just one on the other side of the smoke. However, flashes will be set up. Alex looking for the entry frag here. And Dai is just holding back. This flash could fully blind her.
That is a very aggressive angle.
Yeah, but it's one that you can just pick and drop off from, right?
Yeah. She drops off, and the second that the terrorist decides to push in, misses that one, so now she has to rotate all the way back to the back of the site, I think. She also does have a Molotov to put into that area as well, so she can ensure that the terrorists aren't just going to be completely rushing up against the site. Right now, 3 CTs on that A bomb site, so if the terrorists decide to rotate back, they're going to be in a 4v2 on the B bomb site, which of course would be ideal. So let's see what they're deciding to do here.
Yeah, just holding on for the time being. I mean, the time is ticking away here from LDLC. So they've got to hurry up and make a decision. It seems like B is going to be that commitment. The issue is when you're a man down and you still have a lurk player, that can really make things difficult in a 3-on. Essentially, what is a 3-on-5 if your lurk player doesn't get anything massive done. So unless Alex gets a kill, this is going to be a really, really difficult round. She needs to force a rotation or at least make this man advantage easier, and that's good. 1 quick kill. There's still 2 more committed to the site, but it's clear that LDLC want to commit towards A as they start to push their forces up. Alex gets herself a second. It's going to be nasty to drop from Potter over towards the B site, and now they finally realized it, but again, 10 seconds. Milk has dropped the bomb. They need to check this position. Alex going to go for it, but Milk, oh no, not able to connect as Alex takes her down. Now a retake scenario, and with 1 AWP and a UMP, I know who I've got my money on.
Let's see here if Harvey can get the opening frag. Then they can go for the retake. If she doesn't, then should be straight up safe for Potter here.
Yeah. No reason to throw away the AWP, especially not on a retake scenario that is frankly unrealistic, right? She's just waiting for someone to walk into her crosshair, but Harvey isn't gifted anything, so she may just have to run away and hold on to the UMP. Not exactly the best gun to save, but she doesn't really have any other options. And they can get some kind of a blowout in the next round as well. I mean, they have lost 2 in a row now, so not a great loss bonus, but 2k plus, I mean, Potter, I think, has 3k in the bank.
Yeah.
You can get another AWP out of that if you want, or, you know, another rifle. Yeah, this isn't the worst buy in the world. A couple of UMPs, I'd like to see.
Yeah, 2-3 UMPs, and then the AWP and perhaps even a pistol. But yeah, this is going to be fine for CLG Red. They can just play on the angles. Actually, I would like to play a Max 7 and drop, and then UMPs for the rest.
Let's see what they're doing. Potter's on the AWP, obviously, over Die. And she's on the pistol.
Oh, okay, so Die's going to go for the 5-7 instead. So this is a fine setup for them nonetheless. 14-8, they can bring themselves on 15 for the win. This is actually really interesting. So they're going to boost up the AWP in boost. And hold that angle.
That's good, though, for a pick, obviously.
Yep. And a double boost in long A as well.
Oh, I like this bait, though, because Die, only a pistol, not much to lose. If she gets anything, that's good. If not, they focus on her. They go, okay, long's clear now. And Benita, boom, out she pops with the UMP. But it's Potter, out she pops with the AWP. Takes down Nasty early on. CLG going to take that player advantage. And that is a great start here for the City side, considering the buy they have.
Let's see Harvey. Get boosted in and now walking slowly in. So she's going to be backstabbing, doing the whole flank when the push comes in towards the A-bomb side. Right now it looks like mid control coming out from LDLC. And Alex is going to walk her way in here. Well, she's going to be taken out by the 5-7. So now they have 2 weapons in at long A. And, well, it's going to be Carl alone. 1v5. Gets 2, gets 3!
What? 8 HP left on her. The bomb's dropped back towards the middle area, but a long area, but she can grab hold of that. Despite having a player coming up through the matrix,
so much noise,
she may be able to cross onto the site. Milk's not even playing aggressively. She's waiting for the rotation from Harvey. It's all on Harvey to get something done. Door gets smoked off. Clara still has a Molotov as well for this balcony position, but we're going to see Milk drop. And Harvey just waiting for the potential rotation into B. This should be the angle, although the molly goes out, not going to do anything. Milk has the lineup, and it's all going to be on Clara. If she can hit the shot or at least cross safely. No, Milk denies it. That could have been phenomenal, though. That spray down was just out of this world. And CLG, that's map point.
That's map point and match point. For CLG Red here, it's going to be a decent buy coming out from LDLC, so it's not going to be like losing on an eco. That's, of course, always the worst thing, just losing when you have like tech 9s. But they still have a fighting chance. They have 4 AKs and 1 UMP. One of the AKs are going to be without utility, but it's going to be okay because they have 4 smokes, so they can do the push that they want to do. So it's not really that big of a problem. Harvey on the UMP still. Potter on the aggressive angle with the M4. She's not going. Oh, she's going to get 1, but then surely she's going to get refragged.
Yeah, Harvey does manage to pick up a second, but the refrag yet to come in. Finally, Lolita will trade, but Alex gets herself 1 as a push comes in through the smoke. It's still going to favor LDLC, but not for long. Oh, sorry, CLG, although Benita, okay, out of nowhere, just going to run through the smoke. That was unexpected. CLG going to be able to pick up 16-8, and that's going to be the map closed out. CLG going their way straight away into the semi-finals, which will be tomorrow. And I mean, LDLC, great performance. They get close to the scoreline, but I win because I was closer.
Yeah, you were closer.
Yeah, I'm the real.
I'll give you that one, but you weren't 100% correct.
No.
But yeah, I have to agree, LDLC did fine. I would probably expect like a few more rounds from them, but still, like, they're definitely looking like the stronger team going into that losers match, or like the deciding match they're going to be playing later on today.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be Expert Silhouette, and the loser of that one will go straight home.
Yeah, not a good one at all. Going to be joining Ice Sports and Vexed, obviously, who have already lost out in Group A. And the winner of that going to be going to fight the loser of CLG Red versus... Wait, am I doing
the
this
loser
right?
of this one.
The loser of this one, yeah. LDLC.
Which is LDLC.
CLG's already through. We've had so many games today. I'm losing track. But look at this spray down. That is just phenomenal control.
That was sick.
I love that. And the fact is that because the spray was going to the left, she moved too far to the right to hit the shot instead of just going direct. But yeah, great stuff from CLG, obviously. I don't think that was quite an unexpected result, but I think... An interesting match is going to be this next elimination one, because I think despite Silhouette not really showing anything against LDLC, I feel like Team Expert weren't performing to what we expect.
Yeah, I agree. We do have the brackets to show you guys, so let's bring that up and see how the Group B has progressed so far. We do have the 2 first 16-6 games, and then we had, of course, the game you just saw, CLG Red beating LDLC 16-8, and our next game, the elimination match. Who's going home? Is it going to be Expert? Is it going to be Silhouette? Of course, the winner of that one will face LDLC for the decider match. And yeah, those are all the games we have for you left today.
Yeah, and I don't want to steal any of your analysis for your later game, but have you got any thoughts about Expert versus Silhouette?
From what I've seen so far, my own personal favorite is going to be Expert, because I didn't see much that would impress me from Silhouette. But of course, if they're going to face an opponent that is arguably not as strong as the team that they faced and they lost and they got stomped, then they might have something else to show. So I'm going to wait and see, but definitely I'm putting it out for Team Expert.
Are you saying a confident, you know, a 16-5, 16-6 kind of thing that we saw from LDLC?
Yeah, I'm going to see like between 16-6 and 16-8.
Okay, yeah, that's fairly vague, you know. You can get away with that one.
Fairly vague, like Thorin's prediction. Yeah. Thorin 10 predictions out before an event. One of them is about to be right.
Yeah, he's perfect, yeah. But anyway, that's why we don't have him here, you know, the main event. Anyway, we're going to be going for a short break here. Next up is going to be Expert versus Silhouette, and joining you for that will be Risk and Tom Beers, obviously back here. So be sure to stick around. We'll see you in just a few minutes.